You guys, I am doing this video to talk about the House of Bow. Thanks for joining me in another video. I'm Kia and I review fragrances. I love makeup, I love fragrances, but mostly here and now I discuss fragrances. So if any of you were like me and over the holiday season, the House of Bow just took over my timeline. Like every ad would be the House of Bow and all these influencers just gagging about the fragrances. I had an opportunity in September to visit a store that had the line in-house, and I wasn't quite sure I was sold on the fragrances. However, my taste in fragrances has been changing, and just right now I've been into more easygoing fragrances that I don't have to think too hard about, that I don't have to be in a mood, have a look. You know, when I'm going out, does this fragrance match the outfit? Like, I'm just not into that. My life can be complicated and I want to uncomplicate it. So I love to also do that with my fragrances. So, remembering that the House of Bow had these more easygoing fragrances, in my opinion, I wanted to give them another chance. I wanted to actually experience them on my own. And so they, in their ads with all the, influencers just raving about them, they did have an offer for 3 samples. I think you just paid the shipping. I don't remember well. However, I did get 3 of the fragrances. I got Ave Maria, I got the Cosmos, which is their latest one, and I also got Bombon, which is the one I was really interested in. When I smelled these in September, Bombon kind of stood out because it's fruity floral, and I'm really a gourmand girly at heart, so I picked up on that one quickly. But let's get into these 3 samples, and if you are a friend of the channel, you may already know which one I decided to go with, but if not, just stay tuned. So let's do Ave Maria. It's a beautiful floral fragrance. This is the sample, and it comes in a little sleeve with the information card. And this has top notes of dewy gardenia, cashmere, Indonesian jasmine. Okay. In the middle, you do have African neroli, raindrops, sweet pear. So it's still giving you this nice white floral that has subtle sweetness to it. And base notes of Merlot wine accord, oak wood, and Napa leather. When I tried this out, I did not get those base notes. I literally got a lot of the neroli. I got a little bit of that sweetness from the neroli, the sweet pear. But I need to smell this again to see if I pick up on this wine. Like, I've sprayed it without looking at the notes since I got it. Okay, so I guess those base notes give it a slight bit of depth. And I will tell you that when I smelled this, my first thought was, this smells like Killian's Can't Stop Loving You. So that's exactly what came to mind, that it was this beautiful white floral. I think the Killian Hard to Get has a little bit of honey in it, which this one does not, but has a sweet pear. But something about it has, like, I hope this doesn't sound weird, but to me it's like almost a chewy orange flower, like the orange blossom. That depth in the base just gives that neroli like a thickness to me. It's still a beautiful, white floral, but that's what I feel about this neroli when I smell it. Like, I can just like chew it almost. So I really like it. Is this the neroli that's for me that I need to spend? House of Bow is quite pricey. Is it one that I need to have? I decided not, because there's lots of white florals that I like. Like, I even like the Killian Can't Stop Loving You. But that's not a missing element in my collection, and nothing that I really wanted to spend this kind of money on. However, if you're into this and if you like it, I do think that House of Bow gives you a solid option to have. It's going to be long lasting. It's going to have decent performance, because again, these aren't screamers. These aren't announcing you before you get there, but your presence is known when there's somebody near you, and they'll just know that you smell amazing. So this is Ave Maria. It is a beautiful fragrance. If I ever got a bottle, I would absolutely love to have it. But having to choose something that I like over the other, this didn't make the cut. The next one is Cosmos. So this one is the one that had everybody, oh, it's so cute. Hold on. The sample pack, I don't know if you can see it, but the top of this is the color of the actual House of Bow top, which is this beautiful little bluish green, aquamarine type sea foam green color. Like, it's super beautiful, and like the bottles are gorgeous to me. They're minimalistic, but just has this just this aesthetic about it that feels very elevated. So Cosmos, and it has the color of its top, which is more of a sort of this meteorite gray color. Let me show you the card. So cute. They cut the card this time in the shape of the bottle, and that is the bottle there. Cosmos, let me tell you the notes. The notes are, it says, let me tell you what they say actually. A galactic haze of ambrosial smoke infused with mineral-rich elements. Okay? So the top has praline, metallic musk accord, and aged whiskey. The middle notes are dragon's blood incense. Okay, these fantasy notes are so, they're funny, but I love it. Mexican cocoa and charcoal. Okay? And then in the base, there's smoked leather, orris, concrete, and agarwood. Those are some amazing notes that just really draw you in. You know what? I wanted to see who the perfumers were for these, if they list them, because I am pretty impressed. All right, so I don't see that a perfumer is listed here, but yeah. Okay, so this is Alberto Marias. He's another master perfumer, so I wouldn't doubt that these are fragrances that I would like. This fragrance's accord has accords of smoky, metallic, woody, mineral, leather, oud, balsamic, animalic, whiskey, musk. Let's spray this because I wasn't sure what to expect. I did not get to smell Cosmos at the store, but I was just super excited to get the sample to see if the fragrance just matched all of the, you know, hype from the influencers online. So for me, when you smell it, you do get some of the whiskey, you get the sweetness from the praline, and the cacao, you get a little metallic note and some depth from that coal and leather, and the smoke is there, but it's not like, it's not cutting my airway. Because I've had that before, and anything that's smoky or incense, like I used to not like it, like at all, but now I can tolerate it. And this is very approachable and I can tolerate it. There's oars in the base. What did we just say? I love, well, I didn't just say that. However, I do love Oris, okay? So, I am really feeling this. Like, I really like it. However, when I smelled it, without examining notes and without, you know, I just like to see, like, is it approachable for me? I don't want to fantasize about the notes and what it should smell like and if it matches it. I just like to smell it and see, do I like it or do I not? And the first thing I remember saying was, this smells like Oud for Greatness by Initio, but with some mineral notes. So that's what I think about this fragrance. Even though this is like Oud for Greatness, if you do not have that, if you think you'd want to have it, I would say check that out and then check out Cosmo before purchasing either or Oud for Greatness, because this gives a more slightly approachable element to that profile of Oud for Greatness. And I'm at a point where if any of you have been with me since I started talking about fragrances quite some time ago, you would know that I'm the girliest girl. Like, don't give me anything that's could be considered masculine. I didn't even like unisex. This is leaning masculine, but it is unisex. And I would wear this because I feel like for me, where I am now, I'm not as afraid of those notes anymore. But those mineral notes, the whiskey, the praline, they just, and the cacao, like it adds some softness to it. It adds a little bit more sweetness to it that makes it appealing. Now, at this price point, I would not get this because I wouldn't reach for it that often because it is more masculine leaning. But I love mineral notes. And this is done in a way that I'm just intrigued by it. I do have a live where I talked about mineral notes that I would love for you to check out so that you can see the mineral notes and the fragrances with mineral notes in my collection. So I think I have some really good ones, or that I enjoy. So I would love for you to check that out. But this, I like having the sample. At most, I would probably get a travel, but I really, 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 really like this. And I think for House of Beau, this is just one that you're getting a solid offering. Again, I feel like performance would not be an issue. If you have Oud for Greatness, I would not get this. But if you don't and this appeals to you, I definitely would say check them out and really understand what's being offered. So I think you could tell from my reaction to this that Cosmos was not my choice to purchase a full bottle, okay? The last fragrance and the one that just stole my heart was Bombon by the House of Beau. You guys, I am smitten with this perfume. It has me in a chokehold. I'm just trying to enjoy life and enjoy my perfumes, and this is making it so worth it. I got this on a Black Friday sale because just full price, I'm like, bro, it's a really easy, these fragrances are really nice fragrances, but elevated in a way where you're going to smell good, but you don't have to shout it to the rooftops. You're going to smell good, but you're not trying too hard to impress anyone. You're going to smell good and have on a unique a profile that's a little different than mass market but it elevates you just a little bit. So Bombon is their sweet fragrance, I believe, of the line. I have not tried the entire line, so I don't know. But with the name like Bombon, like, it's for sure the one that's supposed to be sweet and good. Okay? So this card says, an addictive masterpiece for the flirtatious at heart. Oh, they're talking to me. I love it. So the top notes for this is lily of the valley, white saffron, and lychee. Oh, so again, this is another fragrance that I just loved from the smell, that I did not investigate these notes even after, ta-da, having the bottle. It's just like, oh, it has lychee in it. Oh my gosh. Because I've just gotten to a point, either I like the fragrance or I don't. Like, I'm not going to sit here and battle over the notes and what it got and what it don't have. No, I just like to smell it, to smell good. Love it for sniff. But it's such a, let me finish with the notes. Can we get through the notes before I continue to wax poetic like these people on Facebook ads about the House of Beau. The middle notes are marshmallow, bergamot, caramel, and pink pepper. Oh, I don't get marshmallow. However, the sweetness in it for me, for whatever reason, is just so, what can I say about it? Because it is a fruity floral at the end of the day, okay? It's not groundbreaking. It does not rock your, it rocks my socks, but it doesn't blow your socks off. Like, it just has this sweetness about it that's demure, but she lets you know that she's the one. Like, it's dewy, it's fresh, it's sweet. And again, it's just a sweetness that's elevated, in my opinion. Now, trust me, when I used to hear people be like, oh my God, that's elevated, it's refined, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Okay. But I guess I need to shut my mouth, because that's just what I think of these at this point. Like, it's not a candy sweetness, but it's sweet enough to be sweet like candy. The lychee, I guess the caramel, the hint of marshmallow. This is not a marshmallow forward fragrance. Don't think that you're going to get that. It's not. I wear it often. I have the dent going. It may not look like a lot, but it's scaring me because I don't want to run out of this anytime soon. I love the mauvey pink top to this. It's aged cognac in the base. Did I say this? Did I even get to the base? You guys, this is what happens when I love a fragrance so much. Like, I can barely shut up about it and get through a whole thought about it, okay? So, to finish up, the base notes are aged cognac, white birch, and ambergris. Don't let that scare you. I said that Young Bougie Marshmallow was my number one. It is. This could be number one too, but there has to be a number two, and it's going to be this one. Because Young Bougie Marshmallow is a little bit more gourmand for me and makes me feel swept off my feet and cozy, but this makes me feel like that, but I have on a button-up shirt. This was my choice to purchase from the House of Beau. I absolutely love everything about this. It does have me in a chokehold, but even when I smell my clothes that has it on it, it just makes me feel so good. I'm curious to see what Fragrantica says this smells like or it reminds them of. So let's check that out. So now I know when House of Beau first came out, Casablanca was all the rage. I actually got a nice little sample from my friend Tanika. Thank you, girl. I'm gonna go back and revisit because now that I'm just like in love with this brand, I'm in love because out of all 3 samples, I really like them. Man, ain't enough to lay down that money. All right, so sorry, my battery died, but I'm back. So what I wanted to do was just to see what people thought, people on Fragrantica, reviewers on Fragrantica thought that Bombon smelled like. This is an honoring block fragrance. So she is great at making mass appealing fragrances, as she's another master perfumer who knows how to make a hit and one that would resonate with me. This fragrance reminds people of Blonde Redhead by NATO and Wilhelm Perfumery Dear Polly. Now, I don't think I agree with Dear Polly from my scent memory. All right, so I'm not remembering Dear Polly properly, but I will say I was at the house of Memo at Scent Explorer, and I smelled their latest offering, which is Odeon. And the first thing that came to mind was, I know this ain't my House of Bombon. It reminded me so much of it in that moment. But of course, you feel a little gaslighted as Scent Explorer because there's so much going on around you that it's like that couldn't have been what I was smelling. Odeon has rose, rose jam, sandalwood, patchouli, cashmere, tonka bean, amber, and musk in it. So because I like Bombon so much, I might want a sample of Odeon just to compare a little bit closer. People are saying that Odeon reminds them of Intense Cafe and Rose's Musk. I didn't get that. So we're not going to worry about that. I'll just have to get me a sample and find out for myself. Thank you guys so much. Do you have any experience with the House of Beau? I would love to know because right now they're impressing me. They're impressing me. Because this is where I am right now in my fragrance journey. Like, I like I'm here, but I don't have to let everybody know. Like, when they come up close enough to me, they get it. They get it. So, if that's you, if you're there with me, drop your favorite fragrances that fall into that category because I would like to check those out too. But until the next video, I will see you later.